Let's talk about interfacing with Wikidata for fun and profit. First about me, I'm a MediaWiki. Oh, my name is Yaron Koren there. MediaWiki developer, consultant, and evangelist. I have my own I have a consulting company that I'm the CEO of called WikiWorks. My book is called Working with MediaWiki. This is the 2022 edition update. There's a new one that will be coming out very soon, so watch for that. Certainly there have been a lot of changes that merit a new version. I have a podcast, Between the Brackets. Just check it out. Some of you have been on it. So about Wikidata, it's at wikidata.org. Let's see if this works. Okay, great. So there it is. You may hear more about it later. You may have heard about it before. It's a website. It's a Wikimedia website. Started in 2012, so it's not new, but definitely it should get more attention than it's gotten. It's a massive store of highly multilingual, i.e., however many hundreds of languages Wikimedia and MediaWiki support. Referenced information. Right now it has over 1.6 billion facts or statements, as they're known within Wikidata. You may notice that it's hard to tell this at a glance. It's very dry. It's just a repository of stuff. There's no visualizations. There's no queries anywhere. It's just essentially a repository. It's not very user-friendly to edit or to read, but it's an extremely useful and valuable resource nonetheless for use within Wikipedia and really anywhere else. And how do I get back to my slides? Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, maybe I can do the alt thing. Okay, cool.
Oh, no, because it was in the same tab, so that wouldn't have.
Yeah, no, the alt going forward and back.
No, because it was in the same tab. But anyway, I digress.
All right. Okay. Oh, I see. Maybe. There are tools that let you use Wikidata data, and in almost all cases, they're more user-friendly than actually going to Wikidata. Here's a little demo of the external data extension. This is hard to read. Let me make this a lot bigger. And this doubles, by the way, as a release of the new Canasta demo wiki, which is located at demo.canasta.wiki, which is going to serve as a demonstration repository for the Canasta MediaWiki distribution, which you'll be hearing about later, which we may have already heard about. But the external data is a MediaWiki extension that lets you connect to all sorts of outside APIs and databases and so forth, including Wikidata. So here, I can show you the wiki text, but it basically goes to the Sparkle endpoint for Wikidata, and if you don't know what that means, that's fine. Calls this big Sparkle query, and then it gets back this information. This is all dynamically generated. That this item Q654 has these various attributes for it. It's neon. Here's maybe a more interesting query: all paintings that depict a squirrel on Wikidata, and here's the Sparkle query. And then it's actually able to display the image from Wikimedia Commons. So yeah, this is all dynamic also. It's it's pretty neat. There are tools. There's an extension called Semantic Wikibase that attempts to do the same thing by going out and getting the data and then storing it using Semantic MediaWiki internally, so you can then query it that way. I think this is a much simpler solution because there's less moving parts. You just keep the data where it lives. And by the way, this external data thing can connect to any Wikibase installation, not just Wikidata. So it really is a direct alternative to Semantic Wikibase. How do I get back? I just hit the back button. Cool. Spinach is fantastic. It's a speaking of AI, I can maybe every talk is going to mention AI. It's an AI chatbot for Wikidata. So this is hard to read, but I can put in when was Salt Lake City founded? I like to keep it relevant to keep the examples relevant to the location. Okay, yeah, it's okay. It's doing its intermediate thoughts, and you can follow along with its reasoning. It's trying to figure out which Salt Lake City I'm talking about, and yeah, there's the answer. It was founded on January 1st, 1847. That date seems a little suspect. The day and month. Okay, fine. But yeah, but the nice thing is it provides this Sparkle query so you can run it yourself and see the exact data and so forth. Yes, that seems very suspect.
January 24th.
All right.
Sorry, July 25th.
Okay, that's interesting. I don't know if it's a bug, bad data on Wikidata or a bug with Spinach. I mean, that kind of stuff you can ask any LLM and it will presumably give you an answer and maybe even a better answer than this one. But anything more complex than that, it really, you really need to have a structured data approach. And I think this is something really profound about LLMs and how they can interact with structured data. So I can ask, for instance, which mayors of Salt Lake City, if I can type, were born in Salt Lake City? This, I think, already is complex enough that a regular LLM couldn't answer it, or at least couldn't give the definitive answer, like this is the exact set, and there's no more, no less than that. Okay, so yeah, it's doing its thoughts. Yeah, I think I think this whole approach of combining natural language queries with structured data querying is really powerful, and I hope that gets a lot more attention in the future in the AI world in general. This is quite slow. It's too slow, presumably, for a regular AI-based search engine or something to do it this way, but I assume there are ways to speed it up. This whole thing is just a project from Stanford University, so it's never meant to be commercially viable. But here it is. It says exactly one mayor, Ted Wilson, was born in this city. Hopefully that's true. And then there's the whole Sparkle thing to get that. There's this site, Wikidata Walkabout, that I was involved in creating. It lets you browse it with a drill-down interface through all the data of Wikidata, and you can do it in any language. There's a helpful drop-down here, which I'm now trying to get out of. So for instance, if I click on musical group, it'll show me just a ton of musical groups, but then I can filter it down based on various criteria which are defined within Wikidata. So this whole thing just comes, both the data and the schema stuff comes from Wikidata itself. Let's do indie rock, my faves. And then you can keep drilling down and so forth. You probably got the idea, but it's a great way to both answer questions and just see the general layout of the data on Wikidata. And it uses it's all open source software. Sometimes it's slow. And it runs a Sparkle query for each of these, as you might imagine. And Sparkle, for those who don't know, is a SQL or SQL-like language specifically for RDF, which is the which is how Wikidata's data is stored. All right, well, I'll give it about 10 more seconds before giving up on this. All right. We'll never know what the countries of origin are. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's so definitely encourage people to check that out. WikidataWalkabout.org. And then this one also from the Canasta demo wiki. There's just a form for pages. Let me create a page using this form. This is not a actually viable form, but all of this stuff comes from Wikidata via a page forms. This is done with a page forms MediaWiki extension, done with a page forms parameter called values from Wikidata. So I can specify a country here. Does anybody want to pick a country? Oh, just let me go with Mexico. And then this city dropdown will automatically, we were just talking about Oaxaca yesterday, will automatically get populated with the cities. Oh, where's Oaxaca? Will automatically get populated with cities, again, coming from Wikidata that have that country as its value. Oh, this went faster when I was trying it on my own. Well, anyway. Okay. Maybe I misspelled it. All right. Yeah, you can do this the same thing with films and film genres and so forth. You can, instead of just auto-completion, you can pre-populate inputs. This is every single medical drama TV series so far. So you can, choose any subset of these. Yeah, it basically works the way page forms works, but the data happens to come from Wikidata. So yeah, I hope people make more use of this kind of thing. If you have a wiki and you want it to include any sort of general knowledge information, there's no need, presumably, to populate all of that within your own wiki. You can just use it from Wikidata and then query it via external data. Even use it within forms for city, choosing, specifying one city and state and country is an obvious example, but there's all sorts of things depending on the nature of data you have. And all that's true outside of MediaWiki as well. That this talk doesn't cover that, but if there aren't tools for any specific, data-related software, then there should be. And that's it. Does anyone have questions? It's pretty self-explanatory. All right. Thank you.